If you were giving advice to a hotel owner that is, you need to get into the world of AI and you have to use automations and AI now to try and streamline your hotel, where do they start?
Well, the brands have been using AI for quite a long time. They use their AI in their services as it relates to revenue management. And so that is an example of AI's utilization. With that being said, I mentioned to you our white labeled Muse is a heavy AI driven company. Futuristic investments into things for 5 years down the line they're working on right now in testing. And so your PMS system that you utilize should have and you should look for AI built into it and options in AI, not just handling your reservations or the opaque third party intermediaries. It should also be looking at when to schedule the pay bills. There's a science to that to maintain as much of your accounts receivables in your account and your payables time to go out in that fashion. And then the scheduling aspect of it. How do I schedule for multiple occupancies inside of room types, not just the overall occupancy? How do you eliminate overtime? Overtime is an expense that hardly anyone budgets for. And so this is where AI comes into play. AI also has the ability to shop prices for you. Back in the day, you would have, your different food vendors and you would price all three and you'd have a spreadsheet and you see who's cheapest and you would work on that. And how it worked was one wanted your business, they got the prices in for you really low. And then from there, they creeped it up slowly. And next thing you know it, 3 months from now, you're back at the prices that you walked away from your other person
Mhm.
for. Well, AI does that for you. It shops your utilities, your all your other expenses, etc. So those are the things that by looking at who you partner with as it relates to your PMS, etc., you can handle. Even to the point where there's companies out there that have the ability to use AI to answer your phone, to
Mhm.
then create emails, send those emails to a customer or into a person working at the hotel and take care of that, which cuts down the labor. There's companies that have the efficiencies where AI monitors heat and cool, where the exhausting of the cooling creates heat. In some parts of the building, you need that heat, it utilizes that, and vice versa. And so it looks at many different things that we don't even look at. When you're forecasting for, your hotel's overall occupancy, AI looks at weather patterns, pricing as it relates to airline tickets, events that happen historically and that are to happen. And it scans so many different things that a revenue manager on property wouldn't have the ability in an 8-hour day to do such. And it does that on an everyday basis, 365 days a year for you and calculates and helps you make those changes.